I can stream it if you want. Want me to stream it? All right. Welcome to Team Call Tuesday, March 16th, the day before the Leprechaun. If you guys didn't know, I do a Leprechaun voice for my friend every St. Patrick's Day, and my husband's horrified at it, but I call her and I say, I'm the Irish Leprechaun calling to wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, that's my voice. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing, because we have a lot going on, right? Like, we are finishing 9-week Control Freak this week, so that group will be moved to the My Virtual Gym group. I know there was a little bit of confusion about how that was working, and people not being in both groups, but so that's going to happen. And then what?
Do you think we should leave that open to like the end of the month? Because then, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess people could be in teams. They could start whenever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
So in April, we are doing our nutrition focused group. So again, that will act just like the 9-week Control Freak group. Like, we always have the ongoing My Virtual Gym open, that you can feel free to add people to that. That's just our always ongoing group. And then we always have another group. So right now that's the 9-week Control Freak group that will be closing. And then April is going to be the nutrition focused group. So Laura and I had sort of figured that people could pick their own path. So it could be Ultimate Reset, which is what a lot of us are doing, 2B Mindset, or Ultimate Portion Fix. It will be 3 weeks long, and it's just going to be a deep dive into nutrition. So those people that you add, they can be in both of those groups, or they can just be in the nutrition group. But that's sort of what we're inviting to right now is, hey, do you want to go, all in on nutrition? We've had success with that in the past last year, helping people just get a handle on the nutrition programs, because it's a lot to absorb. And the people I feel like that started with 2B Mindset felt really good about it and felt really confident either moving into an exercise program after that, or I don't see anybody's faces. Everybody show your freaking faces. I don't like talking to squares.
I'm literally in the dark.
Everybody's in the dark.
I am in bed right now.
Allison.
That's okay. I like talking faces.
Allison, where are you?
Show yourself.
Oh.
My light depends on street lights. Sorry.
Okay, so that will be that. And then what else do we have going on? So 30-day breakaway comes into the library on the 22nd, which is exciting. So talk to your people about that. It's always fun when a new program enters and they don't have to pay extra for it. I know I'm trying to talk to a lot of my runners about that. A lot of my runner friends. What else? Obviously, Shanti's program for next month, and as far as we know, it's still set for April 19th is the coach launch. And it's never too early to start talking about a program, especially being that we have our upline coach is in the cast. So show her in there, share a Shanti, blip from his Instagram and show your followers. So many people love Shanti that he has such a following that this launch is a no-brainer, sort of like Autumn's was, but Shanti I would say is even more popular than Autumn, I would think. So talk about that. It's never too early to start talking to people about what's coming and getting them all excited for that. Anything else, Laura?
I don't think so, but please, everyone join us in the Ultimate Reset. So we'll survive.
It's fun to do it together.
Yeah, if I was doing it alone, Matt was like, have fun with that. Thanks.
Well, I mean, look at even like the Power Greens right now. Like that was such a good thing to do. It's like involving people. It's so cool to post every day. I mean, I have like my little book of people that I have to tag in the stories every day, but it's fun. It's fun to all do it together. And
I have
especially, so
Oh, sorry.
we're starting that group right on April.
I think we'll do prep week the 5th.
Okay.
And we'll go live like how we normally do and dive into the programs. Maybe put up a post every day about, doing some of the videos. And then Ultimate Reset, we're going to have to meal prep. I don't think I'll survive if I don't meal prep.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can do
It's
meal
going
prep.
to be so fun.
Laura, are you going to share that? I think it was the Canva post. Is it Canva you use?
For which one?
For the nutrition. Well, you shared your March one, and then you just
Do you want those Ultimate Reset ones I put up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put them
Was that what it was? The Ultimate Reset ones?
I put some up yesterday about the Ultimate Reset that just like kind of goes over the program. And then I put some of the transformations from our big team page in Fit and Fierce that people had shared and given the okay. But I can put those up in the team page, and that way people can borrow them. And just make sure you at the end put up like a poll over whatever. I forget what I did. A poll or a quiz. Just make sure you put one up over mine. So no, people aren't tapping like nothing.
Yours, yeah. Right.
Yes, but yes, I will put that up and share those slides. I'll do it right now so I don't forget.
All right, so let's go. You ready to go?
Do it.
So tonight we're going to talk about some fun stuff, like social media stuff. And so I've been talking to Laura about this forever, but okay, let me talk first about, I know a lot of people are like, well, where do you grow your business? Instagram, Facebook like page. So I sort of just want to start with there. Your business is your business, right? And really part of this journey is figuring out what works for you. And so my first suggestion, if you're newer or if you're not sure or if you don't really know what you're doing, where do you like to hang out? I happen to love Instagram, so I try to grow my Instagram every day. That's my jam, but that doesn't mean that's your jam. You might love Facebook. You might have a huge warm market on Facebook that you haven't tapped into yet. So really figure out where you like to go and you focus on that. There is no right or wrong way to grow your business as long as you are continuing to add people on one of those platforms. So that's my answer for that. Now, a lot of people say, well, what do I do? Do I have a Facebook like page? The only purpose of having a Facebook like page at this time, so March 16th, 2021, at this point in time, the only point of having a Facebook like page is to use it for ads. There's no engagement on like pages. There's no point to having them other than to use ads to grow. So if you've had a like page and you're like, well, nobody comments, that's because it's not created to do that. It's just for ads right now. So the purpose of ads, and I'm going to go further into this later. The purpose of ads is to grow your following while you're sleeping. So like Laura and I always talk about, like, you want residual income so that you can make money while you're sleeping. I want to grow my following while I'm sleeping. I want to have my business run while I'm not ferociously working at it. So how I click, so we have our business activity tracker, and on number 2 is initiate connections and add followers. Okay. So every single day, if you're checking off this box, you are adding to your network on Facebook or Instagram. Now, as I said, I am focused solely on Instagram at this point. I don't have any interest in growing my Facebook. That's just not for me. So I, every day, either have to go to the explore page, go find people that, or, go find big influencer accounts, go look at who's following them, start connections. I have to do that, which you guys have to do, right? Or I can run an ad and have people like an ad, that a picture of me, and then I just go in and say, thank you for liking my picture. This is what I'm all about. I'm going to follow you. If you want to follow me for some motivation, let's be friends. It's so freaking easy. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. And it's really, really simple. I think you guys are going to be shocked at how simple it is. I want to say this. If you're not doing the business activity tracker, if you're not doing these things already, I don't know that you quite want to go into doing this yet, because otherwise you're just going to have all of these likes and you're not doing anything with them. So I really want to make sure that you're going through the activity tracker and you're doing this regularly as it is. I didn't start investing in my business until I was treating it like a business. And I say that with love, but I don't want to see you guys just spending money and having these likes and you're not even doing anything with them, because they're not going. You have to just like we can't expect people to join us without inviting them. They're not going to follow our account without us going to them and saying, thank you. Hey, this is me. Now let's follow each other. So ads can be a really, really useful tool for you as long as you are working your business. So before I get into like how to do the ads, I wanted to talk a little bit about a tool that is also super helpful right now, which is Facebook groups. And a lot of people are really utilizing Facebook groups to, and I think they always have, but there's certainly so many trainings that you can do now about utilizing groups to have people get to know you. Once they're in your space, it's sort of like your stories. Once they're in your space and you're giving value to them, they're getting to know you and they're developing this relationship with you. So groups can be a really powerful way to grow your business. So if maybe you're like, okay, I'm not really ready to run an ad yet, but I really want to, help more people, or maybe you need to hear yes. Maybe you're just sick of hearing no right now. You need to hear yes. Running free groups is a really easy way to get yeses. And, it's inviting people into your community. And once they're there, you can provide value to them. You can, talk about programs. You can talk about tips that you have, and it makes you an expert. That's the whole point. So when you're meeting people and adding friends, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, you are going after them, right? You're sort of like the follower. When you put yourself as the expert, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's running an ad, those people are now looking at you as the expert. So you're sort of changing that power dynamic. And my message, and Angelina has been running an ad for a while. I don't know where, did she leave? Oh, she's Pixel 5. And I'll send you guys the message that I use too, but it's really straightforward. And what I love how Josh Coates taught me this ads. And what I love about it is that when you're going to other people's accounts, just like you guys regularly do now, right? Like finding an influencer, going to find someone, you're just randomly throwing a fishing rod out in the ocean. You have no idea if somebody's going to grab onto that. What I'm doing when I run my ad is I'm throwing it into my rod, or my I don't fish, so whatever that thing is. I'm throwing my spool, or I don't know what the hell it is.
Fishing pole.
Fishing pole. I'm throwing my line, right?
Reel? Line.
Hook? Hook. I'm throwing
Lure.
my hook. Lure. I'm throwing my worm into a pond of people who already like me. They've already liked something of mine. So they're going to bite much more quickly than these, randos that I'm, hey, I really like your dog. I really like your kids. So I love that because it just cuts down time, right? Which is another thing that I wanted to say is, don't be afraid to invest in your business. Like, this is our business and we've really practically invested nothing to start a business. So if you're like, I freaking hate that box, initiate connections, why not invest a little bit of money into making this that box check so much easier for you. It's sort of like having a VA. And again, I don't recommend this stuff until you're at a certain point in treating it like a business. But Mondays was the day that I would send out my emails to my list. It would take me like 3 hours because I'm horrible at making emails. So like when I finally was like, what am I doing? I would dread Mondays. Monday was the day that I reached out to new customers. Monday was the day that I had to send out an email. And I would be sitting there like sweating, having to make this email. And I was like, I could just pay someone $14 and she does it in like a half an hour. Like, mind blown. So guys, especially if you're working other jobs and you're having, difficulties making all these tasks or figuring out how to accomplish all these tasks, there are ways to make it easier for yourself. But as I said, just make sure you're treating it like a business first. And they're all tax write-offs. This is you investing in your business for it to grow. So this is just a natural thing. So anyone have any questions so far? No? You want to just dive into it? Okay. Let's do it. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. I've never actually taught on this, so I'm a little bit nervous, which is why I wore my lashes. Okay. So how do I do that? Okay. Here we go. Okay. So first, we're going to go to the ads manager on Facebook. So the website is literally, do you see this? It's facebook.com. Oh, you can't see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, we see it. I see it now.
Okay. So it's facebook.com/ads manager. And you're going to want to do this from your computer too. There is an app, and I will use the app to check on my ads, but when I set them up, I use my computer. I don't know why, because I just do. My computer is so freaking slow. Okay. So now one thing I want to mention too is you do not want to boost anything on Facebook. They will try to trick you into boosting a post. They will tell you, maybe it's performing well, or maybe they want it to reach more people. Never boost an ad, because when you're boosting an ad, they just want your money. They're not specifically targeting your people, your specifications. So don't boost. Oh my God. Okay. So you're going to go to, you can still see it, right? I don't know what, can you see my face too? Because I can see my face. Oh, okay. All right. Go to create. See create right here? We're going to go to create. Now, what you need, all you need for this is a nice picture of yourself. So, if you've had a headshot done or just a nice quality picture, well lit, you want a good quality picture. The one I used for forever was the picture of me and my dogs on a hill outside. That one did super well for forever. So just make sure it's nice. And then other than that, all you need is an inspirational quote. Think very short, but think of what something speaks to you on your brand. So it could be motivation related, could be fitness related, something positive. This is just for people to like it. Okay. So here we are in auction. Okay. So we are going to click engagement. Okay. This is just going to get you comments and likes. The other things are for other things. And I'll talk about that after. I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay. So we're going to do that. Okay. So engagement, and we're not going to click anything else. We're going to leave it on post engagement. And we're going to go to continue. So here, you can name it if you want to name it. Maybe I'll just name mine Melissa 1. But name it whatever you want to keep track of. And then we're just going to go to next. Okay, so this is where we're going to set our budget. You can do it for whatever you want. I usually set mine to start like $3 or $5. It doesn't really matter. It's all up to you. And then as long as you get the app, you can literally check this every single day. So you're going to follow this and I can help you decide if it's good for you or not good for you. But you really want your ad to be running under 5 cents a like. So you're going to know within a day once it depends on when they approve it, but you can check in the app to see what it's running at. And if it's running at under 5 cents an ad, then that's what you want to keep. But you can definitely adjust it regardless. If if you're getting so many likes that you can't even keep up with the amount that you're messaging every day, you can change it to $1. You can change it to $5. If you love it and it's giving you great results, you can change it to $50 if you want. So we'll just start it at 3. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. So we're going to create a new audience. Okay, is everyone here? Everyone good? So we're going to click create new. And we can go to custom audience. So this is where it's cool. You can, if you want to use a customer list, you can have a copy of your customer list either from MailChimp or either from Beachbody. What is it? A CSV file, I think that's what it's called. You can upload it in there. You can, once you've done that, you can create a lookalike audience of people that look like your customers that they'll target for you. It's really, really cool what you can do. But we're going to go to I don't know what I choose here. Your sources. We're going to go to app activity. And we're going to click next. Okay, so we could do whatever we want here, right? So what is Mel 875? That's so random. Okay, so we can choose who has opened Facebook or Instagram. We can choose 30 days. We can choose a year. We can choose 60 days. Anyone who's interacted with your account. So this is anybody who's liked any of your posts, watched your stories, commented, anything like that. So we'll change it to it has to be 180. That's weird because I have one that's 365. Okay, so we'll do 180 because that's fun. And audience name I'll just do 180 so I know. We'll create that audience. Okay, so you want to create this audience. You can also, never, ever, ever buy likes. Don't ever use one of those services that will get likes for you. If you ever have, don't create a lookalike audience because those are not people that you want to recreate because those are bots or people that aren't really authentically your people. If you have grown naturally and authentically, then you can create a lookalike audience and you can just add people just like the people who already like your account and they will target those people for you. We'll just leave it like this for right now, okay? We'll just leave that custom audience. So then we're gonna go down and you can adjust it to, we could do Canada, United States, France, England, because we have people all over there. I'm just gonna leave it as US. And then you can adjust it to whatever age you want to adjust it to. Allison's would look a lot different than mine. So I'll do like 30. We figured out that the other day when I posted that Titanic came out 23 years ago, she was only 3.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I love you.
That's evil.
I think I was in 5th grade.
Oh my God.
That can't be right.
So I will,
She
I
was
don't know.
3.
I was like, oh, Melissa's gonna target me. I knew it.
I'll do 30 to 60. That's a wide range, but I like it. Okay. And then gender, I messed up the last time I did an ad and I forgot to check just women and I had men and I was so angry. So make sure that you want to do that. And then you can go further. You can go into like, well, definitely languages, because for some reason, Spanish speaking people really like me. I don't know what it is. And I'm down for it as long as I can communicate with them, but sometimes I can't. So, okay. And that's going to be it for right now. So then we're going to click on manual placements. Okay. We're going to go to manual placements and we are going to uncheck audience network. We do not need that checked. And here's where you come in. If you are only growing on Facebook, you can unclick Instagram. If you are only growing on Instagram, you can unclick Facebook. It's totally up to you what is right for you. I do both, so I just leave them on both. And this is where your like page comes in, right? You're not generating people to go to your personal Facebook page. They're going to go to your like page. So if you see my like page, I did heavily grow it in the beginning. I did a way more complicated ads training and it was awful. And Heather did it with me and it was awful. But I did grow it to, I think it's like over 5,000. And then I sort of stopped and I sort of half-assed do it now this way. I don't target the people once they like my like page, but they're in it and that can't hurt. So then we're going to go down. Then we're good, right? Go to next. And then this is where we are going to choose our ad. So you can select a post, you can upload a picture. This is sort of where you're going to create, you can create a new post in here, or if you had something simple, this is how people are going to initially first meet you. So you want it to be something that's like your brand. Is it inspiring? Is it motivational? Is it a tip? No, you don't want a tip. Just do a quote, a simple, short quote. And you're going to add it in here. And this is where you're going to have it all happen. So any questions, guys? You look like you're giggling, Laura.
I thought you said something different than tip.
Oh.
I was like,
Me too. I
Me
thought so
too.
too.
That's fine. It wasn't just you.
What did you think I said?
tit. And you're like, oh no, you don't want a tit. And I was like, yeah, you don't want a tit.
So is this clear? Does this make sense?
I'm glad you're recording it.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
I have one quick question.
Yeah.
So say you're doing it just for Instagram, right?
Yep.
You have to make a like page on Facebook if you're only targeting Instagram.
Yeah, you do. But you don't have to do anything besides it, and it's not going to do anything anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if you look, there's also a really cool thing you can do. So they have to be really, I'm going to stop sharing just because I think I'm done sharing. Am I back? Okay. So they have to be fully transparent on Facebook ads now. So what you can do is, because most of the coaches run ads, like if you go to Michael Folsom, if you look on her, I should show you how to do this, but I'm afraid I'll forget, but I'll show you anyway. I'll try to remember how to do it. You can go and see exactly what's working for her because she has somebody doing this for her, right? She has somebody who's in charge of running her ads. So you'll see how long they've been running. You can choose one that's been running for forever for them because obviously it's getting them at a low amount because they're not going to be spending more than they want to be spending. And you can copy it. You can copy their ad with obviously your own picture and figure out what's working for them and see if it will work for you too. So it's really, really cool. And you'll see, like, once you start running ads, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have clicked on that person's thing, because then I see an ad come up for them in Facebook. Like, it cracked me up the other day because my friend, I don't know what she did. We've been friends for a while, but she was like, oh, you know, Beachbody's now targeting me on Facebook. And I was like, oh, because obviously it's a lookalike audience for them. So it's really cool. So you can go into other people's and okay, so the whole point to these is how Josh teaches us is there's 3 different ads that you run. This is number 1. Okay, so this is just I just saw your message, Laura. I thought you said tit. So message 1 is just to get people to get to know you. Okay. Number 2 is you're targeting those people who've engaged with you already, and you're telling them part of your story. So you'll see these, like I see them pop up on my stories from my friends are in the Push Elite, but it'll be more of like that heartfelt post, like this is where I came from, this was my struggle. So it's connecting you to those people, right? And then the third one is retargeting those people who have already liked you, already gotten to know you, and this just hits them with here's your sales page. So this comes into making money while you're sleeping, which, you know, who would not be a fan of. So I still haven't mastered the number 2 and number 3, but honestly, I'm going to use you guys as my accountability now to get a good one going and sort of master this, because I haven't gotten to that place yet. But I love the idea, and it's really cool, right? Even if the second one you get a certain place, because the thing is that you don't want it to run for more than you want it to run for. So, you know, you don't want to be spending shit tons of money if they're not actually going to the sales page and buying, right? So it's just a game, and it's pretty fun to mess with. So it makes, like, I'll show you what I do every single day. This is the ad that I run now. You guys, I think most of you were targeted on Facebook because a lot of you liked it.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, it's all the time, right? So you see here, I've been running this one for, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks. And I don't know if you can see it. It's the pink one right there. So it's got like 1,100 likes. So every day I just go and click that button. Oops. I go and I click that button, and those are all the people. I just go through this list right here. And obviously if they're 11 years old, I, you know, try to leave them out, or, you know, if there's somebody that I'm like,
no, you don't.
So like, I'm looking at a man right now, like I don't want that guy. But I go through, and then I'll put in our team page exactly what I say to them, but I say, and I'll read it to you, because I love how straightforward it is in terms of just saying that. I say, hey, thanks for liking my post. I went ahead and followed you so we could stay in touch. Feel free to follow me if you love positivity and motivation. I also run online boot camps with tons of support and accountability if you're ever interested in locking arms to crush some goals. So I'm not beating around the bush. This is what I'm all about. This is what I do. So even if only half of the people follow me back, or 2 of them follow me back, those are the people that I know are potentially interested in joining me for a boot camp, or at least love positivity and motivation. So it's not wasting time getting to know people on Instagram, talking about their dog and the color of their shirt. Like, that's annoying. So that's what I really love about running ads and having that take up the smallest chunk of my day. Any questions? Anything else? Water time. All right, good. I'll stop recording.